I've done a little rework of the minecart transfer system for when zombie villagers get healed, and I take away the blocks on the side to let them to drop down into the minecart. I originally started with just the one. Well, now I've added a second one, and this method seems to work a lot better. I'm able to fill in blocks behind them as they walk to the edge all the way to here, and then they're stuck standing back and forth between the two mine carts, and in fairly short order, they do in fact drop down. I'm able to remove the last block here, add my rail, and send them on their way to the lab. Don't see any villagers in there. Sorting system's still working much better now that I've added the second layer and I'm not overflowing. I've also gone through a lot of rotten flesh since the last time I discussed that because I now have a cleric. Just do a little quick update of how the research lab is coming along. I think I've probably got more than 10. I actually haven't done a count. But I got the farmer, I've got some librarians, got a cleric, toolsmith, armor smith, a fletcher, a fisherman, a leather worker. So it's starting to fill out nice. I've almost got one of each. I still wouldn't mind the butcher and the shepherd, but they're not critical to what I'm doing here on the hardcore game. Spells that I got 4 librarians now. Spells that they produce are going to be important. Some of them have got, one of these was actually, this guy here I thought was loaded up pretty good. He's got Infinity, Power 5. That's an expensive one even with the discount, normally 49, 26 emeralds in one book. But Power 5, as everybody knows, is an excellent spell to have for bows. Sweep and Edge, this one here can be multiplied into 3 quite easily just by buying several copies of the spell. This guy here, I haven't developed him yet. See, I'm getting a little behind because I've actually been getting quite a few zombie villagers dropped, so I've been focusing on killing mobs at the mob farm. This toolsmith hasn't been developed much either. But I'll get around to that. Time will come. When I do this, I'm actually getting to the point now where my game is going to quickly transfer from developing the research lab to support my efforts. And I'll go up to the surface and start developing. I've already filled in some of the land in the area above the village where the raiding party is going to go. When I trigger a raid, they're going to go for the bell, and the bell is just over here behind these pigs. Goes down a little bit and then out this way. So I got to start coming up with a plan for my entrapment structures where the raiding party is going to be forced into zones that I can use archery from a watchtower or some sort of military style facility back here. I'll come up with something. Can't be too far away though. I want to be far enough away that they don't trigger on me directly. The bow can shoot quite far, so it shouldn't be too hard. I've actually done it in the past before, as I mentioned in earlier videos. I want it to be a little easier this time though. It was touch and go. And when I play hardcore games, if I die or if I get killed legitimately in the field like that, that's it. All of this is gone. I start from scratch, as you're witnessing in this World D video series. I had just finished dying from World A. World B I created, it didn't work out, died early. Same with World C. I think one was a skeleton got me, the other was a creeper got me in early development before I had any armor or anything like that. So World D took off, and I'm getting quite a far along. I'm almost up to where I was at World A. The only main difference is the village, or I should call it a village, but I call it a research lab because I'm just trying to get enough resources to get spells created and come up with high quality tools and stuff. The village was right close to the drop zone last time, so it actually went quicker in World A because I didn't need the rail system and the transferring of villagers. They just stepped right out of the drop zone kill area, and 7 squares later they could already sense a bed, and they straight through the door and into their bed. So that's been the only main difference with this. I didn't have a sorting system in World A either, so this is actually making it easier. I spent a lot of time sorting stuff. In the end, it didn't really hurt that much because you got to give time for creatures to drop anyway. So after you wipe out the creatures, you're sitting here waiting for more to come. That's when I do my sorting, but in this case, it's done already. So I'll get back at it. If I come up with something else or new to do, I'll create another video.